Murder investigations that only hit dead ends for decades now have new life. New cutting-edge technology is helping identify skeletal remains. Let's get you involved in the conversation. We want to know, what concerns do you have about forensic DNA? Scan the QR code on your screen to answer. We'll show you the results in real time. And the I-Team Cynthia Gould with a look at how forensic genetic genealogy works.
Right now, the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences is holding 120 unidentified skeletal remains. Jefferson County, 23. Who are they? And if investigators connect a name, will that help catch the killers?
Daryl Moneyham disappeared in July of 1999 at the age of 38. Then last month, mystery solved. Remains found more than 20 years ago across from Caraway Hospital in a wooded area were identified as Moneyham, who was shot in the head.
The skeletal remains, while they're dry bone, they're still here at our office.
So a family could claim them?
Oh, absolutely.
Proper burial?
Absolutely.
Take them home?
Absolutely.
Chief Deputy Coroner Bill Yates explains this process differs from traditional DNA matching, which relies on the National Criminal Database, CODIS.
If you weren't a convicted felon and by law had to submit a sample, then it's not a one-to-one match.
Definitely the wave of the future.
Yes.
In 2022, the coroner's office partnered with Othram, a company that specializes in unsolved cases. The process involves creating a DNA profile from remains. Then the forensic genetic genealogy team works to find potential relatives using those consumer DNA tests like 23andMe and Ancestry.com, combined with family trees built with birth certificates and property deeds. Once a lead is found, the family is asked to submit a DNA sample. In the Moneyham case, a match.
This particular family actually contacted us a few years ago. Just
Have you seen
just on their
anyone?
own, we're still looking for my daddy. And at the time, we had not made the connection. So they're kind of a loss for words. And they're a lot of times quiet on the phone, and they just let me talk. They let me fill in the story that I know. And sometimes they will fill in gaps of the story that I don't know.
It's the fourth identification by Othram in Alabama. And with a name, police can pursue new leads in the coldest of cases.
And is the priority things, where there was a crime committed, where
Correct.
somebody was shot, know
Right.
they were murdered?
Right, so this case was a homicide. The other three that they're doing analysis on are also homicides. So they're starting with those homicides. The hope is that eventually one day we can apply this to all unidentified cases.
Genetic genealogy costs several $1,000s per case. NamUs, the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, assists with funding, and the FBI helps with legwork, contacting potential family members all over the country. In Blount County, the same technology has led to 3 positive IDs.
And we're hoping within the next few months we'll be able to have some breaks on the cold cases. I mean, if you think about 20 years ago, and DNA was just barely coming onto the scene, and so you were able to go back and work a lot of old cases just off of DNA alone. Now that we have this ability to do a reverse genealogy, a forensic investigative process, then we are able to go back and take DNA that we have.
While it can finally provide answers, there's also a flood of emotions.
Those families go through a lot of different emotions. At first they're a little shocked, and then they're oh, well, it's good to know. Then they question, well, is it really him? And then when they get the confirmation back, there's a lot of sadness because they're processing grief.
This technology is also used to help identify suspects, matching crime scene DNA with public genealogy databases. The most noted case, catching the Golden State Killer. Cynthia Gould, ABC 3340 News.
Let's look back at our interactive poll. We asked, what concerns do you have about forensic DNA? You can still let us know about your answer. Scan the QR code on your screen or head to abc3340.com.